Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. In the year 2007, game development studio Bungie took the world by storm when they released the highly anticipated finale to their beloved sci-fi trilogy, Halo. Known to some as Halo 3. This high-profile release would go on to revolutionize the gaming industry, becoming the first title to ship bundled with a copy of Catalina Video's stone-cold American classic, Boy Band. But the industry of games wasn't the only one revolutionized during this Halo-induced golden age of culture. To coincide with Halo 3's launch, Microsoft partnered with PepsiCo to release Mountain Dew, now with Red 40. Yeah, that's right, suburban mothers of 2000s America. Your child is failing 8th grade, and this big green bitch is to blame. This is the third and final part of a 3-part series I'm doing on the original trilogy of Halo. If you're stupid, that means there's 2 other videos on my channel about the past 2 Halo games. Go ahead and watch them, and then watch 5 other videos on this website. Then scroll Twitter for 20 minutes, and in about 10 years you can sit in your dining room and wonder where all the time went. How you doing?
What is it, Sergeant?
Alright.
Somebody get me some morphine!
Sorry guys. Pain's only temporary. Is he shitting?
Like, actually.
Oh. You know what? You live to fight another day, soldier. Sparks are flying in Halo 3. We got backflipping gorillas. We got Amazon warehouses. We got playable colonoscopies. Love is changing some minds in this video game. Alright, I'm fucking driving, dude. Can't fucking have you drive anymore. Oh shit! Can I shoot you? What the fuck are you trying to do? Ah, look what you fucking did. Fuck's wrong with you? Okay, seriously, I promise I'll stop saying dumb shit for a little bit. While I do recognize that this game is probably the most polished, well-balanced, and technically advanced Halo I've talked about so far, I have to admit that it's my least favorite of the first 3. This game is so much right and has so many cool moments, which I'll praise it for later, but overall it's just lacking some of the sauce the last 2 games had. In my other videos, I drove home how important the atmosphere is to me when it comes to these games. In the first 2, I found the art style, the music, and sound design utterly bedazzling, but in Halo 3, I never really had any of those euphoric moments where I felt the need to stop and drink it all in. Halo 3 looks and sounds good, that much is obvious. It's a very competently made game with well-composed scenes and music, but by and large, it's aesthetically bland, at least if you ask me. It has all the ingredients, but it lacks the flavor. Pretty much the first half of this game takes place on boring old Earth, which to me is a bit of a letdown because the alien locales are some of my favorite parts about these games. But Halo 2 had a level in Earth City and I still found it very inspired looking. Halo 3 on the other hand goes from a forest, alright, to an underground bunker, kinda ugly, to a coastal highway with massive pieces of spaceship debris wedged into the ground. Pretty cool. This is probably the best Earth level, at least visually. But then we go to like a factory, which is just kind of ugh. After this, we fly away to the Ark, which is like a Halo ring world, but more boring. The game looks fine from this point on, but nothing super fresh like what we got in Halo 1 or 2. I'd argue that some of the Forerunner stuff actually looks worse this time. Sometimes the colors are like blue and tan, it's kind of grody. I don't know. I mentioned how in Halo 2 the titular Halo kind of lost some of its mystique as we started focusing more on the human-alien war, but at least in that game we explored more of what was on these rings, traveling through a diverse set of new locations. In Halo 3 it feels like that side of the series is kind of dead, like it barely matters anymore. I do like the last couple of levels. Surprisingly, the biggest standout of this game, at least to me, was the level that takes place in the Flood Nest where you find Cortana. Gameplay-wise, it might actually be the worst level in this game. What the fuck do I do on this shitty mission? What the fuck? It's a clusterfuck. I hate this shit so much.
Excuse me. Coming through, excuse me. Oh.
But the locale is pretty inspired. Atmosphere-wise, it's appropriately suffocating and oppressive. It both feels and plays like hell.
Tell me I got a checkpoint at least. Tell me I got a checkpoint. Oh no.
It also looks really good graphically and artistically. Like, the lighting here really stood out to me. Is that subsurface scattering on your pulsating pustule, or are you just happy to see me? The best part of this level, appropriately, is the end. Emerging from the depths of this nasty-ass place and seeing shafts of light peeking through again, and your companion, the Arbiter, lighting motherfuckers up, it's a warm, triumphant moment after a whole level of being trapped alone in this cesspit with RFK Jr. and his family. You might not like this level, but you definitely remember it. After this, you get the final Warthog run over some lava. Looks fine, pretty memorable. I just think the Foggy Biradino Fila Phobo Phoebe Geepadoo. I don't mean to be all armchair about art direction and art design and all that crap. This game isn't ugly by any means. The stuff I dislike is obviously still very well realized. It's well drawn and composed and modeled and lit. And stuff like the character and vehicle designs are as good as I could ever wish for. New things like the gravity hammer and the chopper fit into this world perfectly. It doesn't feel wrong, it feels like the same universe as the first two games. It just feels like we're visiting some of the least imaginative parts of that universe. On a broad strokes level, it just isn't quite what I personally would have liked from a Halo game.
Why can't these guys shoot Master Chief enough to where his armor falls off, you know? Whenever you break Master Chief's shield, he just turns like naked. What if Master Chief just got naked like he does in the show?
Let's talk about some stuff I feel more positively about. Just because I don't find the art direction on these levels to be very inspired, doesn't mean I dislike the levels themselves. They're very well paced, that is, most segments of gameplay don't drag on too long, and the game switches things up pretty frequently. Before you get tired of one area, the game puts you in a new one. As soon as you get tired of fighting the Covenant, you switch to the Flood. As soon as you get tired of walking and shooting, the game gives you a vehicle and lets you drive around. It never becomes monotonous. This game is also a couple hours shorter than the other ones, which to me felt right. The first two games felt like they dragged on a little bit too long, especially Halo 1, which had you visiting the same copy and pasted filler rooms several times. Halo 3 doesn't have that problem. It's edited down and doesn't waste your fucking time. Thank you. The only bit of streamlining that I really disliked was the more frequent use of nav points in this game, waypoints that are glued to your vision that tell you where to go. All of these games have them, and it's always felt like a band-aid solution to prevent players from getting lost in the levels. It's always been something I disliked, but I swear Halo 3 uses them the most eagerly. If you take more than like 10 seconds to go the right way, the game will think you're lost and slap down a marker for you. At this part, the main objective was to shoot a big glowing orb on the underside of like an anti-air cannon. It's basically the only object of interest in the entire area. It's pretty much the centerpiece of it. But as I was shooting right at it, the game placed down a nav point. Come on.
Arbiter, are you supposed to be... Oh.
One of the most memorable parts of this game is whenever you fight the Scarab tanks. In Halo 2, they introduced these big walker robots and made a show of it. They were walking tanks with mega lasers that you get to fight. But in that game, it was pretty much a scripted event when you fought it, more of a moving platform that was part of the level as opposed to being its own enemy AI. In Halo 3, Scarabs are more like actual boss fights. In the middle of a battle, they'll be dropped in and you take them down Shadow of the Colossus style, hitting their weak points and jumping on at the right time. It's all seamless and technically impressive. You always gotta stop and stare when they blow up. I love the big battles in Halo because they're pretty much always real. Like, they're not really scripted. The game just places a bunch of AI-controlled enemies and allies in a level and has them dynamically react to one another, and to you, the player, in real time. It's not just set dressing, it's a real simulated battle that can go one way or another. You also have ingredients like physics objects and explosive weapons that can add to the potential chaos. Sometimes you have crazy chain reactions and shit goes flying everywhere. Sometimes that shit is you.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
The craziest, most exciting moments of gameplay are usually the ones that happen spontaneously. Wait. Do you smell that? It smells kind of like sweet chili Doritos. What's that supposed to... Oh, It's the part of the video where I talk about Halo's multiplayer. That's a good segue.
You guys want to know something fun about Magic the Gathering?
Nope.
Oh, damn. What? What happened?
You dead, bro?
I just exploded.
I've never been a huge multiplayer guy, especially not online with strangers. Probably has to do with me growing up with slow rural internet and like 20 siblings all downloading Beyonce's hit album Lemonade simultaneously 24/7. So whenever I would try playing online as a kid, I was lucky to get anything below like 200 ping, which obviously made the experience pretty unappealing. And anyways, half the people online were always so much better than me that I would just end up dying over and over, and it was never much fun. So whenever I do play multiplayer games, it's usually just with my friends and preferably in person. I think this is the purest, rawest, most unprotected way to experience these games multiplayer. Having interesting or crazy shit happen during a match is always going to mean more when it happens with people you're directly communicating with and can reminisce with afterwards.
How do I have -1 kills?
Across the bridge.
What? Across the bridge. What is it? Across the bridge.
What's going on?
And he's an egg.
Oh! Where did you go? What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Get the fuck out of
No! Oh, here comes fucking Banshee, bro.
Yep.
Can't get me, can you, asshole?
Playing the game normally is pretty fun. Matches are designed to provide tense and explosive moments. Every multiplayer game is like improvised storytelling. Watching back the split-screen gameplay I got with my friends with 4 angles going at once, it's hard not to appreciate the way every person's viewpoint is kind of like its own story weaving in and out of everyone else's naturally. I'd call it some shit like Digital Sonder if I was maybe 5% more killable.
Maps, like half of them were just 4 Americans.
Oh, I see your bullets. I see your bullets. I'm coming towards you. No! Oh, there's another warthog. Sir, there was another warthog.
So there's been a second warthog.
But something that becomes really apparent if you're playing with the right people is that every game of Halo is ultimately a game of pretend. Like sure, you might be playing a distinct game mode with hard-coded rules and a scoreboard and all that, but ultimately the rules are just a suggestion of how you're supposed to play. There's nothing actually making you participate in the game. You can totally fuck off and ignore the rules if that sounds more fun in the moment, and I think there's something magical about that. You ever hold a truce in a shooter game before? Like you say, wait, don't kill me, so you can show your siblings something funny you can do, or just run around the whole time to mess with physics objects or explore the map. The experience of a game isn't just about the rules or the tone the developers set, it's more about what the players bring to it. Even though the Halo games are all about competition and battle and warfare, to a degree that some might actually call concerning or even pro-war, gosh forbid. When you come at it with the right attitude, it's somehow just as much about friendship and creation, as corny as that sounds. Halo 3 introduced the theater and forge modes that gave players the tools to capture clips of and edit their gameplay experience. But a lot of the players saw these tools and used them not just to edit, but to create. They made all new maps, new game modes, and some people made movies in this game, and they're all good.
Excuse me, I'm about to fuck you up your ass.
What?
All these Halo games might look like macho power fantasies, in reality they're digital playgrounds. A jungle gym is meant to be a toy you can climb on, but in the mind of a kid it can become a secret base or a jail. Likewise, Halo is a war simulator with colorful spacemen, but in the mind of a man-child it can become a comedy movie, or Jenga, or, well, almost anything.
Anything else you guys want to say before the video ends?
Oh, you're still recording?
Yeah.
I just got one thing to say to you. I love you.
Thank you.